Thinking that her child will have to die inside the high-tech vehicle, she again starts to hit the car window with the wrench, but it just wastes her energy. Later, Sandra tries to light a fire outside the car, in hopes that the sensors will detect the smoke and open the windows, but none of this happens. Instead, the emergency cooling fans stop running to prevent the smoke from entering inside. Fatigued, Sandra falls to the ground and has a vision of her and Carl visiting the scene of the accident a year later. There, she realizes her mistakes and still blames Carl for David's death. After some time, she wakes up to a noise and finds it all to be her dream. To make the situation worse, the coyote from last night again appears in front of her. Sandra decides to hide from it and tries to climb on the roof of the car, but as the car's temperature is extremely high, she can't stay there and instead slides below the car. There, the coyote bites her leg, and this is when Sandra realizes that it is the deer that the coyote is after. As soon as the coyote drags the deer out, the car starts rolling backwards. The deer was the reason that the car was held in position. Sandra immediately gets out from under the car and tries to stop it from sliding back. Despite her best efforts, the car continues to roll, edging closer to a fall. However, a small chunk of rock obstructs the car, and it finally stops. As Sandra stares from the cliff, she remembers the cartoon she saw earlier at the gas station, where the diamond was obtained after the safe was broken. She then thinks of pushing the car down to unlock the doors. Sandra is well aware of the fact that her plans might have consequences, but she is left with no other choice and decides to go with it. She grabs the wrench and starts breaking the rock which was obstructing the tire. After successfully removing the rock, Sandra purposely pushes the car down the cliff, with the baby still inside. As the car is thrown into the air, its built-in AI starts to function, and immediately realizes that the car is falling from a height. The features of the car get to work and shift its balance, studying the gravitational pressure to fall upright without causing any harm to David. Since the car was designed to deactivate the vault mode at the time of an accident to let the rescuers come in, the doors finally open. As soon as the car strikes the ground, Sandra climbs down the cliff and approaches it. Despite the devastating fall, the car appears as if someone just placed it there. Finding the locked door open, Sandra hurriedly takes David out of the car and opens his clothes to help him cool down. Seeing David's weak health condition, Sandra resolves to get out of the place as soon as possible. Before Sandra gets in the car to drive, the whole system gets restarted. With the help of Lilith, Sandra sets the car into extreme off-road mode and starts climbing the cliff in front of her. The car appears to be made for very extreme conditions and easily gets past the steep cliff. Miraculously, Sandra reaches the off-road she chose and heads for the hospital. In the final scene of the movie, we see Sandra and David arriving at the hospital. David is kept on the hospital bed beside Sandra and is connected with multiple tubes. Sandra seems worried about David until he opens his eyes and calls her mommy for the first time.